naps to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a long night. We're not going to sleep tonight as long as there's active weather.
Hell, it's night is over with. It's a.m. Saturday morning. Almost 3 o'clock. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, for sure. I will say visibility has improved. We're really starting to clear out the back edge of this storm, so good news. But it's interesting. We're getting a little different type of snow. It's radar smoke to describe what's happening in Boston. Meanwhile, here's a big look into Westminster, where we have seen huge improvements. We can actually see the ground. I mean, a couple hours ago, all you saw was like the Star Wars effect, just snowflakes everywhere.
And for those of you scoring at home, we got 16.7 inches of snow at
Was that on your bingo card?
International. No, I think I might have had the under on that, but that is now the 9th snowiest day on record, and they're pretty good at dealing with snow.
Yeah, the snow totals at Boston will be in for the storm event will probably exceed 18 inches, a foot and a half. That 16.7 will remain the number because of the 24-hour total, so that's going to be the number for that record because it's a daily record. But
There's one.
expected out of New England. That's where we still have
Look
some
at
snow.
there.
This
Look
is
at all the
literally
stars.
the edge of the storm
Colored
axis moving into the
in.
North Atlantic. That area of low pressure, though, it is deepening, meaning that it is strengthening. And
There's
that's
some.
why we have a wind tunnel
There's no more. There's no more. Hello. Good morning. Trying to finish this picture. This paper. This picture I've been coloring. I just got the little dots. I just finished them. Stars. Now I need to go the dots. I know I've lost my mind. I never had one.
It is interesting, though, to take a look at the radar trends. So I'm going to sort of give you a couple moments to visually look at this. The shield of snow moving across, exiting, that's the storm. Then at the very end, you see these features right here. It almost looks like little popcorn. That is snow that's being developed from that cold Arctic air moving over the mild ocean water. This is lake-enhanced snow, or pardon me, ocean-enhanced snow. I said lake because it's the exact same process that we look at for lake effect snow. But wild, so we could actually see a couple more, accumulations coming out of this mess.
Oh dear, good time for a little shout out. And all this snow and ice is going to be locked in for days because of these bitter cold temperatures. That's a live look at Chicago.
Since it's
No stranger to cold winter weather.
Hey, since it's winter, we gonna make it look like springtime. Color a picture, make it look springy.
Yeah, I mean, we've had over 40 states impacted by this storm. Now we're going to add in a much larger scope when it comes to cold weather. So every winter storm that comes through, it does usually unleash a chunk of Arctic air, and this is no exception. We actually have cold weather warnings, watches, advisories, depending on what is issued per the location. That stretch from border to border. So the eastern two-thirds of our country all dealing with extreme cold weather that is starting to set in behind this weather system. Currently, right now, we have -1 as the wind chill in Boston. So this is some really, really cold weather.
Louisville looks really rough. St. Louis looks pretty terrible. Buckle up for the few days ahead.
These are the afternoon highs today. I mean, we're going to get to 6 degrees in Chicago. That's definitely a very cold afternoon. Temperatures remaining below freezing for afternoon highs.
Yeah, that's
as
pretty
far
cool.
south as Nashville, Tennessee. So all of the snow and ice that has fallen across the northern tier, it's not going anywhere. We're going to have to go out there and start to thaw.
Really looks like a tornado.
Pretty
Through
cool.
town. We've got trees down over roads, through houses, on cars. It has dealt us a pretty devastating blow. But when you get dealt a hard blow, you get up and you just give it all you've got, and that's what our teams are doing right now.
That was Oxford, Mississippi Mayor Robin Tannehill, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. The storm brought a mixed bag of weather across the country. Ice, of course, was a big threat. Several cities in Mississippi saw more than an inch of ice. Graham, why do you see so much ice with this storm?
It truly was the perfect setup, atmospherically speaking, for freezing rain. And a lot of times we have
15.
So an inch of ice snaps
That
trees,
sucks.
breaks power lines, and creates a nightmare across the south, right?
And these are just, you know, the ice accretion numbers that we're getting in specific locations. A lot of this zone
That
are
one's
very
done.
rural locations
That one's
where we're not
finished.
going to have an observation. But
I'll take a
I
picture of it and put it
there's some chunks of rural resistance
short
where we got
up
over an inch of ice accretion. Just looking at the
here
radar
in a
charts
minute.
that's follow. Because keep in mind,
Start a
remember,
new one. Start another one.
the one two punch of that. That second bolt of freezing rain for a place like Mississippi, that's what did us in. That's what really got us up to that inch of accretion. But rolling fork specifically, this is the one that pops out to me. Because in our Fox weather history, since we've launched, one of our biggest stories was the EF4 tornado that went through rolling fork. So think about the extremes of the weather that we can see from Mississippi. You can have hurricanes, you can have an inch of ice, that's what we're dealing with right now. But then you can have severe weather on top of that. So it just really proves the point of how resilient you need to be to live in the Southeast, because you truly do see it all.
Yeah, before we know it, it'll be tornado season, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, and then we can get tornadoes in the winter season. Just looking at our surrounding states, Tennessee, Alabama, we also had ice accretion in those locations. We have a massive amount of freezing rain reports that go through New Mexico, all the way to the East Coast.
Mm.
Ice storm is gripping parts of Middle Tennessee, leaving neighborhoods like Donaldson,
Oh, hated that. Well, that stunk. Here at the side, but we'll just do it anyways. Well, I don't like the way it's ripped today. It's a stinking thing.
everybody else who may not be so fortunate.
You know, it's the first time I'm seeing
Yeah,
and
that's
just
cool.
that video how terrifying. And for those that live across the South right now, you kind of feel like you're walking on eggshells. We were taking our shots from British Candle out of Mississippi for
There we go.
10 hours.
Life is tough.
You're watching
So are you.
work, Brandy, and
But
you're
so are you.
but I mean, if you walk around and the ice is built up on these trees,
Life is tough, but so are you.
you almost don't want to
So I finished that one.
because you don't know what it's going to happen.
Well, the Oxford, Mississippi utility was pulling their workers off the trucks basically because they were worried about
Hey, Stoner.
trees and power lines.
Oh, goodness. I'm up
Workers, those emergency
about
service workers.
3 o'clock. Actually, you know what? I went to bed. I fell asleep. I got off. I was like, you know what? I'm going to lay down a little bit. I did. And I was going to go live again. And I was like, I'm going to bed. I know. I know who you are. I just said, hey, Stoner. How are you, Stoner? Ooh. Been a while. How you been? The heck? I have in my mouth. In 2 hours. Nice.
Well, you've also got in Texas a lot of elevated roadways which freeze right
I'm ready for it.
cars and people don't heed
We got that. We got the snow and stuff.
roads are icy. Do yourself a favor and stay home.
Absolutely.
We got lucky and didn't lose power. But a lot of other states. Well, some of the counties in North Carolina thousands did lose power. But we got lucky. We were one of the lucky ones.
You're watching special extended coverage across Fox Weather, Fox News, and Fox Business as we combine our resources and expertise to keep you and your family safe. We have much more coverage still ahead. Stay with us. Fox Weather first. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Yeah, I can't sleep either. Well, actually, I went to bed at 10. laid down, fell asleep, and I'm just ready for winter to actually be over with. Oh my gosh. Well, we haven't had something like this. They said in years. This is the biggest, snowstorm. I mean, snowstorms. Snow and ice storm we've had for in a long time here. And then I mean, thousands of people without power. We we hadn't had something like this in a long time. Especially here in the South, we're not really used to all this craziness.
Breaking news at this hour, passive winter storms making its push into New England after dumping snow from Mexico to Maine. We've got 16.7.
And then last night, it's on the news or it was on YouTube. There was a plane that tried to take off from Maine airport, and it crashed and killed 8 people on board. I'm like, when they tell you to not go nowhere, stay where you're at, stay safe. Don't, yeah. But I mean, condolences to the family of them. But why in the world, as bad as it is, the storm is going to be, or it's going to be crazy to be traveling. And the thing is, I think the airport was closed down. And how they got um, away with it, I don't know. Because they already shut the airport, the main airport. I don't know what the name of the airport is, but it's all over. You can look it up. It's all over YouTube and Google search. And I'll tell you. It was a little jet. Little airplane, small airplane. It wasn't a really big airplane. I guess it was like a private. One of those private, but still. It's sad. I mean, 8 people lost their lives, and
Not on the sidewalk, more commuters to be able to move through here tomorrow morning and tourists as well. But you guys, I mean, you look at this, and it's a lot of snow still on the ground here in the middle of the night as the slushy mess is going to have to continue to be moved. And that is why, there's about 2,100 plows, a little under 1,000, or about 1,000 salt spreaders that are out and doing this throughout the night, hoping to move as quickly as they possibly can. And you see the vendors that are there. Actually, let me ask you, how are you guys holding up in this? How are you holding up in the snow with your business and everything?
Because I wanna keep it unique. And when the customer sees us unique, it's coming. If it sees snow, it's not coming. Maybe it's snow and shoes in the closet. Will go inside. Yes.
Yeah, everything matters at this point. E-commerce back.
Boss is here with me. Okay. My boss is coming. He here. He makes some with me and go and tell me make
Frozen water, huh? Look at this. Got a bottle of water that's totally frozen.
life is tough. So are you.
Good, okay.
That's what it's.
Yeah, Times Square, guys.
I'm trying to do some coloring of spring flowers and spring to this dark winter storm crap going on.
That is why there's action here.
Yes.
Get the streets
Bring some light to this darkness. Bring some brightness to it.
Can you actually stand in the center and say, hey, look at Times Square? And as a matter of fact, Doug, if you can, zoom and train your lens fully out just to show everybody what we're dealing with here. You see all the illuminated lights through the canyon of skyscrapers here, and one vehicle that is sitting here at the red light. That means I can cross and get over here. This looks a lot better than it did.
I don't have nothing really to do. Gabe don't have school tomorrow. They closed school off. So
Sunday. So we have been reporting through the entirety of this scenario, from the snow that came down that turned to sleet, the temperatures that have dropped, the mess. We've seen a cavalry of snow plows come through. That happens about every half hour or so here in the overnight. As we see these huge trucks move through, we've actually seen a lot of snow being put in the back of large dump trucks, and they're being dropped off in the rivers here. They got nowhere else to put the snow, so they have to move it somewhere. Now, having said that, boy, if you are a tourist here, we've talked to so many today, people from England, people from Brazil, all over the world that were in it, and then somebody from Norway, right, that was cross-country skiing literally through the streets here. They will all tell you that this
cross country skiing, jeez. Wow.
snow like this, nearly a foot in New York City in about 5 years, but it has caused travel headaches. So LaGuardia was shut down for a time, thousands of cancellations and delays. School is canceled here tomorrow. There will be online learning, and no matter what time of day it is in New York City, you're going to have activities. You can hear the New York Fire Department about to go right behind me. I'm going to move a little bit here. They look like they're in a hurry. Well, at least the streets are cleared out for them to cruise right across Broadway here in Midtown to get wherever they are going, certainly. And more snow plows, it looks like, are coming down the road. That's what we're seeing all throughout tonight. So, Britta, you should have, actually, you and Mike should have done your show out here tonight. Right?
Oh, that's a cute angle. Our bosses are listening, Robert. Can you just keep it down? I will say there are serious angles to winter weather, Robert, of course, but there also is some magic in areas where you have power and it truly is more of a snow setup. I know we got some sleet in New York, but it really took me back to my college days, being out at Stony Brook University on Long Island and spending time with my family in Brooklyn. There is something magical about New York City and the snow, and you've reported in the snow in so many big cities. You've seen winter weather in Atlanta, you've seen it in Chicago. Talk about how it's different in New York, in your perspective.
Well, yeah, it really is. I'm originally from Chicago, but grew up part of my childhood over near Trumbull, Connecticut, which Bridgeport got well over a foot. That's a city fairly close. The thing is about cities, like if you were to compare a Chicago snowstorm versus New York snowstorm, they're very different because the cold and just how it feels, the atmosphere. It doesn't really get terribly cold all the time here in New York, and that's why we usually don't see these big snow dumps, right? But in Chicago, in the past, at least in the short term, we've had some pretty measly winters there. But historically, Chicago gets that lake effect and just a bitter cold that's very different. Yeah, completely. It just goes right into your bones. But one thing about New York, and again, I've said this, when the sun comes up, all of this is going to be dissipated. They'll have a lot of the snow off the streets, kind of like, be safe, my friend. Look at this. Anybody always at work? Somebody's always at work. In Atlanta, by the way, snow again in 2013. Yeah, I was one of those guys stuck on the interstate there for hours upon hours. I was reporting. I'm glad that didn't happen in Atlanta with the ice storm, but certainly the ice storm wreaking havoc across many parts of the South. Oklahoma, Arkansas, and then Mississippi. I really hope that everything in the days to come, we get that power restored, and it's just a dire scenario for people, if not, because the cold temperatures are going to persist out there. But yeah, every city has its dynamic, no doubt, with winter, for sure. Winter's tough. It's just tough on everybody. It's tough on transportation. It's tough on cities. It's tough on roadways. And that's another thing, aftermath.
It is so bad that you can't even go out and enjoy it without having to worry about getting frostbite or hypothermia or going hypothermia. Because they saying if it's cool, it's staying. I mean, you can't even go out and enjoy it. It's so freaking cold. Life is tough. That's so yeah. It's not, the words are done in cursive. You notice.
You can tell that it is still snowing at this hour in Massachusetts. And in fact, we're probably going to find some pretty big numbers from the state. Right now, the top snow total is out of Pennsylvania, 23 inches. I do think Massachusetts coming for that number, so we'll see if it holds. Meanwhile, the big deal is the bottom row here. I mean, we have multiple states where we have an inch of ice. It's a big deal. That's why the power outage numbers are high.
It sounds like half Nashville without power. Not just a single half. Lots of other communities are suffering too, but that's just kind of a staggering statistic when you think about the great city of Nashville.
Yeah, Robert covered a lot of this for the Northeast, but
Yeah,
it
Nashville.
has been a long time.
That got hit hard with the.
Every big city of
The more south you go, the worse it is.
big footprint here.
Mississippi and Nashville. I mean, well, Nashville, Tennessee's right beside of us, but you go further south and the further west you go, the worse it is.
So it is good to see that both of those states fared well.
It kind of hit us, but it kind of went like we just got like the tail end of it, and then it just went up, and then it just went hit every other north state up north. Like, yeah. The thing is, we got more snow than Asheville did. Nashville usually is the one that Asheville, not Nashville. Asheville is usually the one that gets the snow. Well, it says it came from the south. Look at that. But yeah, they got the ice and stuff. I'm like, oh, Asheville did? Something like that. Just like, yeah.
In fact, it was interesting. Earlier this evening, Haley Meyer and Ari, they were on the desk, and we have river effect snow off of the Mississippi.
Fascinating. Well, crippling ice and snow can be messing things for millions across Tennessee, Texas. Texas, and Mississippi. That's Dallas, Texas, and Oxford, Mississippi. Home of the Ole Miss Rebels. Power outages continue to be likely with downed trees and icy power lines. Ice storm warnings in place across 3 states, Georgia, and both of the Carolinas.
So let's take you down to the south, give you a little bit of a recap. Look at that tree just, snapped in half there. And we see a lot of this type of damage out of ice storms. The hardest hit states, Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana. We're talking about big chunks of the south that do not have power. Right now, we're sitting at 821,000 customers. The number is going to
820,000.
slow. But
Wow, that's a lot.
number, it's good to see some movement there. Snow belt is just to the north of the ice belt, so where we picked up the significant ice, which takes you right through here. The snow to the north of that, Oklahoma, Arkansas, easily, 6-8 inches of snow ice.
Yeah.
But look at just how many reports we have of freezing rain, snow, sleet, you name it, we saw it. So again,
Yeah.
those power outage numbers, we do have several states that are facing a real raw situation here. And when you consider how long it's gonna take to get them back up and running, and the forecast, that's the worst combo. I mean, we have Arctic air with very cold temperatures, and right now we have the top 5 counties in Mississippi without power surpassing 90%. So it's a tough situation, especially when you have certain branches that are
Dry skin.
sending food out to non-power. So I think right now Mississippi will likely not see a huge budget numbers. They'll wait till the sun comes up and have another handle on it. I'm sure they're working, but they're busy budget.
Makes me wonder if people in Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas thought it was going to be this bad, or whether they thought it had
It'd be interesting to hear. We've had rain people in Oxford, Mississippi the last couple of days. And Mississippi's known for ice storms. This is not a shocker. They've been through it before.
So there's 820 something, 820 something thousand people without power. Louis. Mississippi, Tennessee, and Louisiana, they said, were the biggest states that don't have power.
team coverage of this massive storm. The big concern in the days ahead is that they're cold. There are extreme cold warnings from Texas to Tennessee. That is the big issue for those without power. The latest.
I'll shut that door. I'll be right back.
It's going to. Good.
I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. gonna color these words and we'll take a break. And then I'll just go sit in there in the living room. Hell, I want a cup of coffee this morning. Right it in. Yeah. What a good way to start it off, right? With rioting. So that's Minneapolis is going crazy, y'all. Shoot. The heck are you mountains? Life is tough, but so are you. Okay, I'm just gonna put this one up for now. Let that dry. Thank you for the 4 likes. Get her done. Hey, Kelly. Tired? I hate the snow. I want it to go bye-bye. You know, it's not gonna go bye-bye for a while. But yeah. Oh. Oh, I wish I could. But you live in California, don't you? If I could move, which I don't know, that would be nice. But I don't like it, but hubby does. Can't go to Florida because this is colder down there than it is as it is up here. Canada. Oh, okay. Vancouver. Vancouver. You live where it don't mostly the so that part of Canada doesn't get snow. Are you kidding me? Wow. How come? That part of Canada. So you're telling me there's certain parts of Canada that doesn't get snow. 'Cause I guess so. I guess. Wow. Wow. Well, just have to get a passport. I might just have to come up there in the wintertime. Come there in the wintertime. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. Thing is, I've never been to Canada, okay? Never been to Alaska, which Alaska is part of the U.S., but my husband has. And he said the funny thing is they went in during the wintertime um, on a cruise to Alaska. And there's certain parts of Alaska you can go into, and it'd be cold one part, and you go on the other side of it, and it'd be like 90 something degrees. I'm like, I guess it's kind of like being down here. I mean, jeez. Hey, if I could come to Canada if I could, but the thing is, I'd have to wait the next 3 years after Gabe graduates high school. I'll just tell her, let's go for wintertime. We'll just go to Canada, Vancouver, for the wintertime. Instead of going south, we'll just go north. Wow. Why not? I'll have to wait till he's graduates high school. Might have to just do that. Hey, for the winter time, we'll just go north. But you can't go south. You already found that out. Florida is just as cold as we are. You think, okay, we'll go Florida for winter time. Used to do that. Now it's like, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. that is. Because, I mean, Canada's mostly made up about one of the coldest places. Actually, not really one of the coldest. Russia's the biggest, coldest place. I don't know if I want to go to Russia. Too damn cold. If I can't handle the cold here, I definitely can't handle that.
Looking at this stretch though, these are cities that are snow starved, and yeah, I know it feels like we've gotten a lot of snow, which we have. But if you compare it
No way. So yeah, it's supposed to be 9 degrees tonight. Which that's Fahrenheit. So 9 degrees Fahrenheit here tonight. And then the rest is either going to be in the teens or 20s. Fun.
snow band, where we picked up more than 2, 3 inches of snow per hour at one point during the storm across parts of southern Indiana and Illinois. Looking at the numbers for Pittsburgh, a new record for you guys, 11
And we're in a
inches of snow, the snowiest day since February 5th.
storm warning till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And a cold weather advisory
Here's some totals out of
till
Connecticut.
12 o'clock tomorrow.
1.5 of snow, good benchmark.
Jeez.
Connecticut, looking at the lower
So he might have not, he might, well, he don't have school today, but tomorrow he might have a,
North Jersey,
well, he'll definitely probably will have a, do remote learning tomorrow. But today,
Cold temperatures makes you wonder, when does it clear? And when can kids go back to school? When can they
when all the kids grab their shovels and dig their parents out, I might be making a direct message to my 2 sons out there. We'll see if it gets done tomorrow. I checked the camera, it didn't get done today, but that's okay. We played, and that's all that matters. Massachusetts, look at the totals here. 19 inches of snow in central parts of Massachusetts. So these are some big numbers, especially considering what we have not seen snow-wise in the last 5 years.
they can handle it? The Patriots go back to the Super Bowl. All right, the big concern the days ahead. Clear cold from north to south. Cold weather advisories are up across the northern tier. We are tracking it all here on Fox Weather, Fox News, and Fox Business. We thank our viewers across all those networks for joining us. We'll be right back.
so, oh my gosh, there is everything closed, just about. Some places are closed till Tuesday.
I'm outnumbered by tiny terrorists 3-1. That's our team rebuild of this castle. And I literally have to get my friends on a bed of Legos. But I got goals. So Lego Bricks it is.
So yeah, some places are closed till Tuesday. Jeez.
If you're living with severe alopecia areata, it's time to throw out loud. With lip pillow from Pfizer for people ages 12 and up.
I went to bed at 10. I was laid down. I was live, and then I was like, well, I'll lay down for a little bit, and I'll come back live. Heck, I laid down for a little bit, and I hit that alarm clock. I was like,
Lip pillow can make it harder to fight
I'll
infections,
go live when I get up.
tuberculosis, and increase the chance of cancers, including lymphoma, lung, or skin. People 50 plus with risk of
Get
heart
up,
disease,
go live.
heart attack, or stroke, or death. Blood clots or allergic reactions can happen.
Trying to get up.
Allergic to lip pillow. Tell your doctor if you've had any of these problems before starting.
Which I've been up since about 2 o'clock.
Ask your dermatologist about Pfizer's lip pillow today.
So.
We've got breaking news at this hour. Massive winter storm is making its push into New England after dumping snow from New Mexico to Maine. Boston is now seeing its ninth snowiest day on record. 16.7 inches of snow has fallen at Boston Logan International Airport. This is also the first time in 10 years major cities along the Interstate 95 corridor all got more than 6 inches of snow. That's a live look at New York City. Central Park recording more than 11 inches.
And more than 800,000 Americans are without power from Texas to Virginia. That number, by the way, counts the amount of customers, so the number of actual Americans is larger. We're facing sub-freezing temperatures now that are going to be with us for days on end. So when you look at this video from Mississippi, you can understand why the concern is mounting from the south. I mean, we're going to easily push ourselves into a situation that we might be having to have an humanitarian response when you consider how many people are in the dark, in the cold, and need a lot of help.
Our best to the good folks there in the south. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we appreciate you staying with us with our continuing coverage. We've been with you throughout the duration of this storm under the mountain.
I'm Mike Emanuel. Thank you for watching Fox Weather. We welcome our viewers for joining us on Fox News and Fox Business. We are combining our resources to bring you every aspect of this massive storm.
We are not going to sleep tonight. We're pushing through these overnight hours as long as there's active weather. We are here on air to get you through.
The Fox Weather Beast was out on the streets of Nashville, Tennessee, which took a beating yesterday. It was dodging down trees and branches brought down like ice. And looking outside right now, Massachusetts seeing a whole lot of snowflakes flying.
That's worse.
It does look terrible. We've been debating whether it may become a blizzard or blizzard-like conditions. You're the scientist, so I defer to you on that.
I can tell you why it looks worse. Let's get you updated on the radar situation for Massachusetts. We'll start with the it's a big deal. 15.7 inches of snow in 24 hours is nothing that IAT, our storm total for Boston, that will likely be over a foot and a half. So let's talk about that shot from Westminster, why it looks so active. The storm itself is actually gone. The shield of snow has moved into the North Atlantic. And you'll see it almost looks like popcorn over here across coastal areas of Massachusetts. The cold Arctic air on the backside of the storm is pushing over the relatively mild water of the Atlantic. I mean, water temperatures are upper 30s to low 40s, depending on what buoy you're looking at, off the northeast coastline, off of New England. And so that cold air is actually rising, the warm air is rising from the ocean water, and that cold air interaction is creating this big temperature difference. So we're kind of looking at wind effect snow, but the ocean version of it, and that does produce bursts of snow with wind and all of that. So pretty wild little microclimate thing happening for coastal areas of Massachusetts, but it's all because of that temperature difference between the air and the ocean water. So there you have it. Right now, wind gusts, by the way, Nantucket, 45 miles per hour. I mean, if you live on the Cape, I mean, I will say, Mike, that's not a shocker. They're an area that they're known for wind. They can deal with wind. They can deal with winter weather. But I mean, they're dealing with it. So something that that's for sure.
Absolutely. And so, chilly temperatures on the Vineyard, also Chatham. The big concern, obviously, is ice there in the south.
Yeah, we have multiple states where we have seen ice increase to an inch. So this is a big deal, and that is directly correlated with how high power outage numbers are.
So let's head down I-95 to our nation's capital. The city digging out
No, it's clear that the snow globals aren't the big story today. It is how officials, Lincoln crews are going to get rid of everything that is on these roadways, even while we are dealing with sub-zero or sub-freezing temperatures as current lasts throughout the week, even beyond that. Snow piles, they have been out. They've been out since yesterday. Now they're alternating again with some salting, just trying to do their best to take a grip onto this ice that is on the roads now. Local reports indicate that the closing of schools and federal offices today, which we know about, that could extend through the week. That is due to that freezing cycle. So much buildup on the roads. As for those who attempted to travel by car yesterday, it is still
Oh my goodness.
it's going to be so this morning.
Hey, Frenchie.
Prior to the storm, thinking
I'm reading a book online. So it's about this girl, her sister, baby sister, marrying her ex. So she blurted out that she was marrying her best friend. Oh my gosh. Good gracious Lord.
Listen, some people were riding it out. They were willing to brave the temperatures yesterday, partaking in the tradition of sledding at the Capitol. We're going to see if there's any more of that today. Likely some kids are going to try to make the best of it as they were off from school today. Potentially, days to come. Because as I'm looking at it right now, I just really don't see, maybe it's going to change in the second step, but I really don't see how anybody in their personal vehicle would travel just about anywhere. We know it's requiring you to be within walking distance of the metro. We do have some good news when it comes to air travel. Reagan Airport, Dulles Airport, they are going to start gradually introducing school flights to return to those airports today. But yeah, if you're on your train, know exactly what you're doing. Get around, guys.
Alex, my teenage daughter and her friends did their split A dance. I don't know that they were dancing for a full week, though. That's concerning.
Right. Right, that's the thing, and that's when we're going to start hearing, when it comes to the virtual learning, I make sure to check that out. Very few schools are doing that today. Very solid, they can reintroduce that, and that's awesome.
No, challenge for parents, that's for sure, and for teachers. Thank you so much for the update, but wow, some tough days still ahead.
Absolutely. 16 states have gotten a foot of snow from this powerful winter storm. Now the big concern is days and days of bitter cold. It is a concern for those who have lost power. We'll keep you covered. We'll be right back.
Okay, great leg. Are you with me?
Hey, hand, are you doing this?
All right, then. Looking good today?
MS can be a constant roll call. That's why adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of MS choose Ocrevus Zunovo. It's proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS. Given 2 times a year in a 10-minute injection. Don't receive it if you've been active hepatitis B or had a life-threatening allergic reaction to its ingredients. Tell your doctor about your medical history like Hep B, vaccinations, colitis, and liver problems. If you cause serious side effects, some may be life-threatening or lead to hospitalization, disability, or death, such as injection reactions and infections, including respiratory skin herpes and PML. PML, a rare brain infection, can occur. You'll be tested for Hep B as it can come back and cause serious liver problems. Other serious side effects may include increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, colitis, liver damage, and decreases in antibodies. Ask your doctor about starting or switching to designing you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Built exceptional by design. Get 0.9% APR on select Buick models, plus current eligible non-Jim owners get up to $22.50 allowance on all GX. Buick, a proud sponsor of the Carolina Panthers.
So your car's a big deal. You've had some big moments. Okay, and some wrong turns. But when you're ready to sell, Car Gurus is a big company. Get multiple offers instantly, so you choose the best deal. Get it with Gurus at CarGurus.com.
welcome to a new world of travel. Get global with premium travel benefits. Get access to 4 Atlas Global passes annually. Get the new 6
Welcome back to our extended coverage of this powerful winter storm across Fox News, Fox Business, and Fox Weather. I'm Mike Emanuel here with my co-host Greg Runaway.
Yeah, we're not going to sleep tonight as long as there's active weather. We're going to be on air to get you through it. We're still dealing with snow, Mike. A little different of a flavor because really the bulk of the storm is now out of here with exceptions in parts of Maine and also New Hampshire. But then we have some moisture on the backside of it. It's causing some lake effect snow for parts of upstate New York, but also we have some ocean effect snow, believe it or not, from Boston.
Yeah, to that point, let's take you outside to Boston. We've got 16.7 inches of snow at Boston's Logan International Airport. That's where the Patriots are going to fly in from Denver. We'll see how they are doing getting back home as they're on their way to the Super Bowl. That is now the 9th snowiest day on record.
Yeah, considering I grew up in Littleton, Colorado, I might have some feelings there. That's okay.
Sure.
That's okay. Let's take you out to Massachusetts. This has been a really interesting shot, Mike. We've had points where the visibility is down to nothing, and we can't even see that lamppost off in the distance. Now we're kind of somewhere in the middle, but it really speaks to how the snow's holding on big time for Massachusetts.
Why you would not want to go outside unless you
No.
absolutely have to.
Certainly not. And I think for the most part, most of these states that have been impacted by snow and ice, they're not going anywhere tomorrow anyways. We'll see how things happen to develop as we go into Tuesday midday, but it really does take some time to get past this. So it's a Monday where we're staying in, it's probably Tuesday morning where we're staying in. Here's a look at the position of the storm itself. It's really just off to the southeast of the Cape. So now that snow shield is departing, the snow that we're picking up on in the state of Maine is associated with the storm itself. And it's actually deepening that low pressure. Like that means that it is strengthening. So we're working with some wicked wind gusts across coastal Massachusetts that were not in effect for other spots in the Northeast just because the storm is strengthening. The snow that we're getting in upstate New York, that's actually kind of pulled together with some energy that's moving out of Canada into Ontario. So a lake effects now happening there.
Good morning, Gmac. How are you? I'm reading a book online, and it's this girl, her sister. She just found out her sister is marrying her ex. So she, so she tells her, so she ends up telling everybody she's engaged to her best friend, and her best friend goes along with it, and he buys her this big extravagant dress to wear to her sister's wedding. Oh man,
Looking at this,
it's
nice
funny.
tight video version of it, it's really interesting to see this micro scale events like this happen. It
Crazy.
doesn't happen all the time. As you guessed it, flights are a mess. I mean, gosh, most of our Sunday we weren't functioning. So as normally opening up the day for business, the airports today on a Monday, it is going to be a major catch-up day once we get these tarmacs cleared off and the airports working.
There'll be an ongoing story in the days ahead. And all of this snow and ice is going to be around here for days because of these bitter cold temperatures. That's a live look at Chicago and South Bend, Indiana, no strangers to cold weather.
Sounding like a good old drama.
Reasonably well for this management
Book to read, but it's funny.
at dealing with snow and ice.
Absolutely, and those temperatures across our country are super cold. I mean, we have cold weather alerts that stretch from border to border at this point. So really the eastern two-thirds of our country, you draw a line up and down the continental divide, and you stretch it all the way to Atlantic Ocean, you have cold weather alerts for the majority of these states. Let's focus in up on the north first. Granted, these are areas that are equipped for cold weather. I think it's very important to point that out because down south, we have power outages and infrastructure and folks that are not built for that type of weather. But it is cold enough and especially windy enough that we have some alerts that are popping up. And even if you're from Minnesota, negative 44 is negative 44. So you got to buckle up, but most importantly, limit the time that you're outside.
Looking at Louisville, that looks like a pretty rough place. St. Louis as well, looks like they're going to be dealing with some bitter cold.
Thank
perhaps
you.
unseasonable
Oh my goodness. Thank you for the 7 likes. Y'all are awesome. Awesome people.
Yeah, these are the afternoon highs for today. Yeah, not morning lows. It is going to be brutally cold for the whole day. We're not getting above freezing as far south as the I-40 corridor, even farther to the south, at least considering for Mississippi. I mean, we do have some areas that are not going to get above freezing today. Tomorrow morning is another brutal day for Tuesday morning. We're waking up in single digits for the majority of the Midwest and the Great Lakes. Some areas staying below zero during those overnight hours. Here's one for Philadelphia for Tuesday morning. Could be getting close to record in the single digits.
Really looks like a tornado has gone through town. We've got trees down over roads, through houses, on cars. It has dealt us a pretty devastating blow. But when you get dealt a hard blow, you get up and you just give it all you got, and that's what our teams are doing right now.
That was Oxford, Mississippi, dropping 10 and oldest rebels. The storm brought mix and bad mixed bag of weather across the country. Ice, of course, was a big threat. Several cities in Mississippi had an inch of ice. Rhea, why do we see so much ice with this storm?
You know, it truly was the perfect setup, atmospherically speaking, for freezing rain. And a lot of times we have a forecast for freezing rain, Mike, and it doesn't verify. You really need a very specific atmospheric setup to keep it as pure rain, and then only the surface level will be below freezing. If you have that cold air extending a little bit above the ground, you'll end up with sleet, which is what we've seen in a lot of southern cities outside of Mississippi. That's what we've seen in the metro hubs for Dallas and for Fort Worth. But for Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, we truly had a big swamp here that had the perfect vertical profile for true freezing rain, and that's how you get these large ice accumulations.
So an inch of ice snaps trees.
And they have to fake. And their best friend has to fake the
And these are just,
engagement.
the ice accretion numbers that we're getting in specific locations. A lot of this zone are very rural locations where we're not going to have an observation, but I guarantee you there's some chunks of rural Mississippi where we got over an inch of ice accretion. Just looking at the radar tracks of that second blow up. Because keep in mind, remember yesterday, Mike, we were talking about the 1-2 punch effect. That second bulk of freezing rain for a place like Mississippi, that's what did us in. That's what really got us up to that inch of accretion. But rolling storm specifically, this is the one that comes out to me. Because in our Fox weather history, since we've launched, one of our biggest stories was the EF4 tornado that went through rolling form. So think about the extremes of the weather that we can see from Mississippi. You can have hurricanes. You can have an inch of ice. That's what we're dealing with right now. But then you can have severe weather on top of that. So it just really proves the point of how resilient you need to be to live in the Southeast, because you truly do see it all.
Yeah, before we know it, it'll be tornado season, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, and we can get tornadoes in the winter season. Just looking at surrounding states, Tennessee, Alabama, we also had ice accretion in these locations. We have a massive amount of freezing rain reports that go from New Mexico
As the
all the way
music
to
dies. Something. On a silver screen.
Wow. Dangerous winter ice storm is gripping parts of Middle Tennessee, leaving neighborhoods like Donaldson without power. Fox 17 Nashville crews catching the moment an entire tree snapped while reporting in that town. I was talking with a friend in Nashville, and he said at least half the city is without power. He got to a hotel and was really worried about his neighbors and everybody else who may not be so fortunate.
You know, it's the first time I'm seeing, and we have to get to that video, how terrifying. And for folks looking across the South right now, you kind of feel like you're walking on eggshells. We were taking our live shots with Brady Campbell out of Mississippi for, gosh, the last 10 hours. She's worked very hard. So if you're watching us, we appreciate your hard work, Brady, and your crew. But I mean, you walk around and the ice is built up on these trees, and you're just waiting for something to snap. You almost don't want to breathe in a state like Mississippi because you don't know when it's going to crack.
Well, in Oxford, Mississippi, utility was pulling their workers off the trucks basically because they were worried about continuing snapping trees and power lines potentially breaking, putting those workers, those emergency services workers in jeopardy.
Yeah, you can understand why. I mean, safety is first, and it is a hard decision to make because obviously safety is a concern with the power being out. You know, you need to get the power back on to keep your community safe, but if you have an incident happen while doing that, then you have another concern. Looking at this whole transition of the Southern Plains into the Tennessee Valley, I mean, it's just remarkable to see that one-two punch effect that we have covered so, you know, intensely here on Fox Weather. And that's how you end up with these crazy ice numbers. The snow side of this, or the same zone, pretty prolific, multiple spots in Oklahoma, Arkansas, southern Missouri, well over 8 to 10 inches of snow. So the panhandle of Texas, we have 10 inches. This really isn't a shocker, to be honest, as a Texan, and Mike, you've spent a lot of time in Texas as well. You can get these numbers in the panhandle for sure.
Well, you've also got in Texas a lot of elevated roadways which freeze right away, and then even the bumper cars, and people don't heed the warnings and they get out on the road. So as long as you're hearing the roads are icy, do yourself a favor and stay home.
Absolutely. You gotta think about that in Oklahoma too. Now, Oklahoma was a state that had more snow than ice. Looking at the snow totals here, anywhere between 10 to 12 inches north of the interstate. Looking at the numbers for northwest Arkansas, because Arkansas, the natural state, they saw everything. They saw snow for the northwest, but a lot of ice down to south of Little Rock.
You're watching special extended coverage across Fox Weather, Fox News, and Fox Business as we combine our resources and expertise to keep you and your family safe. We have much more coverage still ahead. Stay with us. Fox Weather first. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Arby's new meat and 3 bucks for just $7.99 is a four-course meal deal. Unlike other value meals, this box won't leave you hungry. Wow, can you believe all this food is in one box?
There are thousands of pictures on your phone, but some just hold a special place in you. Get your memories off your phone and onto a blanket, into a photo book, or onto a wall. Use code PICFREE to get free shipping on top of site wide deals at Shopify.com.
Healthcare. It's
Updated.
It's a change. At Oak Street Health, we're changing what it means to get older by focusing on keeping you healthy.
I just made this appointment yesterday. That's more like it.
Here, every member of your team works together to manage all your health care.
Well, out with the old way of aging and in with the new.
We specialize in caring for older adults like you. So call Oak Street Health today.
We need the website back on.
Yes.
oh my goodness. To the dance. Is the music on?
More sports and live TV for the whole family. Plus, watch multiple games at once with multi-view. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
I'm hosting my first ever game show on purpose. We took 4 contestants and isolated them for 90 days. No phones, no TVs.
16.7 inches of snow at Boston Logan International Airport. That makes it the ninth snowiest day on record. This is also the first time in 10 years major cities along the I-95 corridor all received more than 6 inches of snow. What a day.
And we have more than 8,000 customers without power across our country at this hour. A stretch of power loss that goes from Texas all the way to Virginia. But it gets worse than that. We have sub-freezing temperatures that are settling in behind this ice storm across the south. And that means that that Arctic air is going to really impact health and safety for folks who live across the ice belt. Thanks for staying with us for our continuing coverage of this massive winter storm. I'm Goodmorning.
And I'm Mike Emanuel. Very great to be working with you. Our concern is for the people in the South who are without power.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, that's going to be a prolonged part of this story.
Thank you for watching Fox Weather. We welcome our viewers who are joining us on Fox News and Fox Business as well. We are combining our resources to bring you every aspect of this massive storm.
And that requires the whole team.
Yeah, so we've got team coverage of the storm. Chelsea Torres is in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Tinker Hoffman, Washington, D.C. And Robert Ray is here in New York City, where winter storm warnings have expired.
Now, finally, we're moving past the storm. Let's start with the story in New York. Robert, I saw you in Times Square around 8 o'clock. Definitely looking better. I mean, you can actually see parts of Broadway now.
You can. The plows have made their way through here overnight, and they have moved a lot of the snow to the side of the road. Of course, all of this is going to have to be shoveled or then pushed and then put in the back of huge excavating trucks and moved out of here. I believe that will be the next step, though. More plows likely to come through here tonight as the lights are illuminating all of this slushy mess, guys. We have been out here reporting live reporting since 2 p.m. on Sunday as I walk quite literally down the center of the street here. When can you ever do that? Well, in the aftermath of your foot of snow. But we've seen the evolution of this winter storm come in to New York City. And it started with snow before the sun even came up on Sunday and then turned to sleet late afternoon. And that has created some dangerous road conditions. That's also part of the issues with the airports. LaGuardia was shut down. Unfortunately, hundreds of cancellations and delays, thousands across the entire country. This system that has moved all the way across really the U.S. and 21 states at this point still under a state of emergency. The winter weather warnings, at least where we are at, as Mike alluded to, they have expired, and that is a good thing. But having said that, no school today here on Monday. They got to get the airport going, and they will continue to move all of the snow off the roadways. Frankly, it's still not safe. And people traversing all this is very, very slick. You get thousands of folks that are going to be out here when the sun comes up, whether it be residents or tourists. They're going to have to make their way across piles of snow just like this, unfortunately, as nearly a foot has fallen. We look at the video from overnight, we're not already seeing it, of the cavalry of trucks that have moved up and down Midtown and really all around the 5 boroughs of New York, trying to push all that snow to the side. Not an easy task, because basically they're looking at an area that has 19,000 lane miles. That's remarkable. So 2,100 plows the city of New York has, about 1,000 salt spreaders, and over 2,000 workers going about 12 hours plus, trying to maintain the city that never sleeps, which indeed is New York. But nonetheless, you see the food vendors that are still out here in the middle of the night awaiting people to wake up and get their cups of coffee and perhaps food in the morning. And New York not the only place
to him. Hey, corrupted. What is going on? I'm reading a book on an app. It is about this girl. Her sister's getting married, okay? No, yeah, cliche, cliche. And the girl, her baby sister's marrying her ex. So, in the same sentence, her sister was saying that. She um, told everybody she was engaged to her best friend. So, reading, I think it's called you. You are. Why are you marrying my ex or something? I don't remember the name of it. I have to go look. Okay, from best friend to fiance. And I think I've read this on another app before, but it's on read it, read it. I guess that's how you say it. But it's a good. I've read it before. And why I'm reading it again.
That's what surprised me the most was how many folks were out on the thick of it. But I guess if you're here on vacation, what are you gonna do? You gotta eat. You're staying in a hotel, which half of them don't have restaurants, and so you gotta go out.
Yeah, it is so quiet right now. It's actually eerie. There's really no one walking. This is about as silent as we have seen and experienced since we've been out here since Sunday morning. But you know what? In just a couple hours, this place will be booming, as you guys know. Kind of the center of the world, right? The melting pot, if you will. Speaking of melting, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people here are hoping that all this goes away very, very soon. Nonetheless, New Yorkers and tourists, they really did love this. We haven't seen snow like this in at least 5 years here in New York. So in a sense, it's a novelty. Kind of nice. I'm just glad that, nothing catastrophic has happened overnight, though we are learning of deaths across the country, unfortunately, because of the snowstorm. And it will continue to look into that.
Robert, Ray, you're doing a fantastic job. Thanks so much. We'll check back with you shortly.
And Robert giving that good visual of how winter storms have two sides.
Yep.
I mean, if you're snow and you have power, you likely really enjoy it. But you lose power, you throw in ice, and it's a different sound. It gets very fast.
The kids like to go out in the snow, the golden rule, or wherever your pet likes to go out and do his
Yeah.
sort of thing. And
Pork chop's a big mess of who knows what. I got a pup back home that's a little bit everything.
Cheater has a good time in the snow.
I love it.
What's not to love? But if you lose power, it's a much different story.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the snow side of this first. There's a live look across New York State, Massachusetts. Massachusetts is still coming down. It's actually not because it's warm. I guess in some ways we can correlate the storms with the wind. I'll get to those details in just a moment. But first, a big old stat of Boston. 16.7 inches of snow. It is the ninth snowiest day on record. Pretty impressive for 24 hours alone. Now, we actually will see a storm total higher than this, but that takes us out of that 24-hour record. But we'll probably end up with over 4.5 of snow for Boston. Here's what the snow totals out of the tri-state area, that is New Jersey, Connecticut, and the state of New York. Iceland, which is halfway out on Long Island, they picked up 13 inches of snow almost. Newark, LaGuardia, you guys keep it between 9 and 11 inches. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 15. So we got some big time numbers here. In fact, as Robert mentioned, it is the first time in 10 years that all 5 big Northeast, and I'd say Mid-Atlantic for DC.
Yep.
Would you agree with that?
Sure,
But
absolutely.
I mean, all the big cities in the 95 corridor, it's been 10 years since they've recorded 6 inches or lower altogether.
Yeah, and DC is not as skillful at handling the snow as we see New Yorkers doing with Robert's brilliant hot shots. And so cleanup recovery is going to take a while.
Yeah, thank goodness they didn't get 11 inches of snow. Aside from the snow totals, we do want to focus on what's happening on the bottom columns here. The ice, we have concentration, that is a massive amount of ice. It really does cripple infrastructure when you have that much ice. The power outage numbers, 800,000 customers plus, that is gonna equate to more than 1 million people. Because if you have more customers, then you
Oh,
have
that's
more
right.
people.
Oh, oh yeah, and it gets good. Because I remember I have read this book on a few, reading apps. That's why I like reading it again. I was like, man, this sounds familiar. The name when I read the name of the book. Yeah. And then I started reading it, and I was like, oh, I remember reading this before. Yeah, and it gets some. I mean, it gets in some good juicy, um, juicy story. Oh man, some good juicy stuff.
3 inches. I do think someday New England's going to be just putting that out there. Meanwhile, taking a look at some other top hitters, we've had, 19 to 20 inches between Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, and the storm itself is right here, southeast of the Cape. So it is producing a lot of wind. The last bit of snow with the storm moving through the state now.
We've got you covered in the hours ahead.
To the
Best
dance
of things
floor
for millions
as the
across
beat
Tennessee, Texas,
stops.
and Mississippi.
Something.
Power outages continue to be likely with downed trees and icy power lines. That's a look at Dallas and Oxford, Mississippi. Ice storm warnings in place across 3 states, including Georgia and both of the Carolinas. And so those are some of the ongoing concerns after the bulk of the storm has passed.
So let's focus a little more on the South, what we saw, what we picked up. The South got hit with a 1-2 punch, which was very well called for in the forecast. We knew that was going to happen. The second punch, considerably worse than the first punch. So as this animates out, I want you to focus on parts of Mississippi and Louisiana and Arkansas. Right in here, look at that second punch. It's just a wall of purple and pink for the state of Mississippi. So that's really what this and what got those ice accretion numbers up to an inch. The snow belt, right to the north of that ice belt, we have many snow totals, 8 to 10 inches across Oklahoma and Arkansas. We also saw a significant amount of snow north of Paducah. So thinking about southern Illinois, moving into southern Indiana, we have several locations where we do have snow totals surpassing 1.5 feet. But here's the stuff. I mean, Mike, this is a huge chunk of reports.
I saw 14 inches for Oklahoma. I gotta think that's more than they usually get in a season, probably.
I mean, yeah, it's pushing records. There are definitely locations that stacked up a lot of snow in Oklahoma, which was known as one of the hotspots. We have Sidell in Tulsa because of that, to give that sort of ground truth. There's a look at the freezing rain portion just to isolate what caused the ice, which thus led to this. The power outages, I will say, we continue to see it come down. It's slow and steady. They're not big wedges, but we are at least seeing the numbers decrease. We're now down to 819,000-ish customers without power. But we have multiple counties in Mississippi where 95%, around 95% of the counties are out of power.
And more than 250,000 in Tennessee without power. That's a lot.
Yeah, and you know what? We have significant numbers in South Carolina too. Here's Mississippi, again, big chunks, big counties that do not have power. Unfortunately, here we do have a situation where infrastructure has to be rebuilt.
We'll track it every step of the way as college towns like Oxford rebuild. Come back from the storm. We have team coverage of this massive storm. The big concern in the days ahead is, of course, the bitter cold. There are extreme cold warnings from Texas to Tennessee. That is a huge issue for those without power. The latest from our team when we come back.
As you plan for retirement, do you have a tax issue on the horizon? By being proactive, you may be able to keep more money in your pockets and leave a legacy for your loved ones. At Belmont Capital Advisors, we shine a light in areas of concern while helping you make important retirement decisions. For a limited time, we're offering a complimentary retirement plan to those who have saved $500,000 or more for retirement. Call us today. Will you be able to maintain your lifestyle in retirement? It's a serious challenge for you. By being proactive,
forward and flare less with Empties for Eczema. U.S. Olympian Manny Mastro coming through. But wait, that's not where her story starts. Rewind. Keep going. And here. This is it. This sense of calm. Want to find calm for your skin? Once monthly Empties is a treatment that can be used with or without topicals. It can deliver calming itch relief. It offers people with moderate to severe eczema skin that's still more clear in 1 year.
Don't use if you're allergic to Endless. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Leave me alone, stupid! Or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Endless. Before starting Endless, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Ready for calmer skin? Flare less with Empties for Eczema. Scan here and talk to your doctor today. When you start a new business, payroll, benefits, and HR are all marketed. But with Gusto, they're no biggie. Whether you're paying your first employee, trying to keep your business moving, or you want to start offering benefits, health insurance, workers' comp, or 401k, Gusto helps you take care of your people so you can take care of business. Join 400,000 businesses at Gusto.com.
Gabriel, chill out, dude.
There are thousands of pictures on your phone, but some just hold a special meaning. Get your memories off your phone and onto a blanket, into a photo book, or onto a wall. Use code PICK3 to get free shipping on top of site-wide deals at shopify.com.
Welcome back to our extended coverage of this powerful and historic thunderstorm across Fox News, Fox Business, and Fox Weather. I'm Mike Emanuel alongside meteorologist Greg Irwin. Greta.
Yeah, we still are dealing with snow at this hour, but the tail end of the storm is moving through parts of Maine. It's the very end of it. Behind it, we will still see some snow today, especially coming off of Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. This is Arctic air that's really settling in behind the storm, so that naturally is going to produce a potential for lake effect snow.
This is time in the weather station. Ice in the mornings in effect over the Carolinas after a historic storm last week in Atlantic. Chelsea Torres is in Charlotte, North Carolina with the latest. Hi, Chelsea.
Hey there, guys. Good morning. Well, one thing that I've definitely noticed in the past few hours compared to yesterday around this time is not only do we not have precipitation, everything does seem to be melting. It's still very cold in the 30s, but my Fox Weather app even shows 95% humidity, which I thought was a shade of. I noticed because my hair was curled and now it's completely flat. I thought, what the hell is going on? But I want to start from the sky, kind of moving on down what we're seeing. I showed you this last hour, but you can tell with the skylight. Typically in uptown Charlotte, you should be able to see a very colorful skyline. It's absolutely beautiful. Most of the buildings have been painted right here. You can see just the haze completely covering most of these buildings. You can see just a few lights up there. Then if we look a little bit over here to the NASCAR Hall of Fame building, a few minutes ago, before we went to break, we heard a big crash, and what it was is a bunch of ice that was up on top of this little awning here. Now that things are starting to melt, it fell, which made me think if people are out and about where this ice is melting, you really have to be careful because you might have chunks of ice falling on top of you. So definitely something to
Mm-hmm.
scooters are using that she hasn't seen before when she lived in Michigan.
Yeah, one of the things that was new for me is that I actually saw the trucks out with the liquid solution. Again, that was new for me. I hadn't seen that in Michigan, like you literally see the salt trucks. So I was like, oh, is that something new?
So the one thing that the Charlotte Department of Transportation and NCDOT were using is a brine type solution, and it's a brine that has about 23% of salt. They put that on all of the roads to really
Mm.
help so that way the ice does not
And the
bind to
thing is,
anything. And
it
they did
gets
that about
better.
a day to 2 days ago, of course, before
Funny thing.
everything really came here. Now, since then, you've also seen crews come through with the big salt trucks also. So they're still doing everything that they can to make sure that the roads are treated. You can see plows driving through
To the
every
dance
so
floor
often. So
as the
crews are still
music
out there,
plays.
even though, as you can see, I mean, the road itself looks okay, but again, it's very slushy. And then, as I mentioned, it's getting cold. And even tomorrow night, I believe, Brennan, you can kind of correct me here, it's supposed to get even colder. So again, even though things are maybe melting just a bit, we could see more freezing here in the next 24 hours or so. Guys,
Chelsea, you think that's a great picture of the situation in Charlotte? As you know, the state of North Carolina is big and diverse. Are you hearing about more dangerous situations elsewhere in the great state of North Carolina?
I think where most of those power outages were and where most of some of this ice accumulation was happening was more on the western part of the region. The Transylvania County, I had seen also Haywood County, Henderson County, which is kind of a little bit more southeast, southwest of Asheville, if you kind of know where that is, western part of the state. So in those mountains right around there, which already they typically get snow anyway during the winter. I had been up in the mountains not too long ago. They already had snow. So I've been seeing a lot of people kind of just coasting. But as for anything dangerous, I have not seen anything so far, which is good news, at least here in the state. Mike?
Thanks very much.
Yeah, and Chelsea, you're right on about those overnight freezing temps. From now through the afternoon, we're actually climbing. I mean, we're at 33 right now in Charlotte. They'll get up to the upper 30s today. But the concern is later tonight when they dive right back down to the freezer.
That is a lot of weekend Florida, South Carolina. Snow and ice cleanup will be difficult with frigid temperatures sitting so low. We're talking 25 degrees below average for many places, with nearly 50 record lows likely to be broken when this is all said and done. What about all that rain?
Yeah, look at the national map. We have more states with winter weather alerts than we have states that are in the clear. This is a huge stretch from border to border here. Now, every part of our country has a different requirement for needing a cold weather advisory or extreme cold warning. Because it really does depend on where you live. I mean, like you in DC, you have a different criteria for what you can put up with, so to speak, than somebody that's from Miami, Florida. So it makes sense. Speaking of Florida, we have an extreme cold, or actually a cold weather advisory in effect. I was looking at the cold watch that's up because we do have another slice of Arctic air that's moving in. So I know it feels cold, but there's areas where we're going to get colder. One of those examples is South Georgia and Florida. I mean, right now we actually have mild air in that location. Jacksonville is at 71 degrees. Mobile, Alabama, 28. And you can make that drive in a whole day, Mike. So, I mean, hop on I-10, a different story. But Jacksonville is going to go down to the upper 20s for overnight lows later tonight. So it's all going to come crashing down with this Arctic air that kind of gets dislodged. So a lot more redwoods are on the way. We've already kind of broken enough. I think everybody can agree with that. So tough that we're going to face more cold weather in the days to come.
To the yes, oh,
In many spots in the Northeast will begin to dry up after more than a foot of snow fell for millions of people. Along the I-95 corridor, Sunday marked the first day Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston all recorded more than 6 inches of snow in a day since 2016. There's a magic 6 number there with big storms hitting the Northeast. How about that?
Yeah, 2006. I was actually snowed into New York City for that one. I believe it was over 2 feet of snow in New York City. They held the number 2 spot, so top 5 storm in 2006. So 2016, same deal for the totals out of Connecticut, we have over a foot and a half of snow, the benchmark for central parts of Connecticut. Looking at the lower Hudson Valley, also getting up to a foot and a half of snow. That's just north of New York City at the New York Thruway. North Jersey, northwest Jersey, you get a lot of the elevation at play, right? You're a New Jersey guy.
Absolutely.
I mean, it makes a difference to get to Sussex County.
Well, with the cold temperatures, it makes you wonder, when does it clear? And when can kids go back to school, and when can people?
When all the kids grab their shovels and dig their parents out, I might be making a direct message to my two sons out there. We'll see if it gets done tomorrow.
You did.
I checked the camera, it didn't get done today, but that's okay. We played, that's all that matters. Massachusetts, look at the totals here. 19 inches of snow, central parts of Massachusetts. So these are some big numbers, especially considering what we have not seen snow-wise in the last 5 years.
They can handle it. The Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl.
There you go.
All right, the big concern in the days ahead, clear or cold from north to south. Cold weather advisories are up across the northern tier. We are tracking it all here on Fox Weather, Fox News, and Fox Fitness. We thank our viewers across all those networks for joining us. We'll be right back.
As much as we appreciate what our mechanics can do with the car, no one looks forward to seeing you inside of an auto shop. Because if you're here, the car is too. That means something's wrong, and likely it means an expensive repair bill. That is, unless you call Car Shield. When you call Car Shield before your car breaks down, they have plans that cover up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car. Don't wait. Call Car Shield today before it's too late.
Call 800-369-9526.
I'm hosting my first ever game show on purpose. We took 4 contestants and isolated them for 90 days. No phones, no TVs, no clue. Who knows what they missed? We do. They don't, and that's the point.
What did I miss? Streaming now.
I started paying attention to that month when I saw how many
Oh my goodness. Mm.
Each one supports my gut health, my making sure I got 3 bad habits, pro habits, and those habits are great. People rely on me. And having balanced gut health really leads me to help balance the rest of my life.
This is where a rebellion became a revolution.
Right trigger. Stay fire.
We should be careful what we wish.
We already had enough. Now we have firepower.
And this is Blood on the Bridge, the Battle of Lexington and Concord. Streaming now on Fox Nation.
Want the fastest working GLP-1s for half the price? Merck now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with a formula that hits not one, but 2 hormones for less hunger and faster results. Weight loss faster. Confidence higher. Price cheaper. See if you qualify at row.com/TV.
This guy, Tyler Fisher, a funny comedian, they said, sure, nobody will get one comedy special. Sure, it couldn't be done. I made one phone call, the perfect phone call, only on stage.
We've been tracking this massive thunderstorm for days. We've had 5 fatalities from the storm, 2 in Louisiana, 2 in Texas, 1 in Arkansas. Obviously, devastating news for those people and their families. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Emanuel from Fox News.
And I'm Britta Merwin as we continue our coverage of this massive winter storm. We've been live on air since the beginning, and we're still going up as ever.
You're still talking to me, too.
Yes, unbelievably so. You worked 2
especially in places like Nashville, Tennessee. The Foxwoods abuse was out on the streets of Nashville yesterday, dodging down trees and branches brought down by ice. And look at the outside right now, Massachusetts seeing a whole lot of flakes still flying at this hour in Westminster.
Yeah, let's take you to radar and get you caught up on where we sit with our storm. This is a pretty impressive stat out of Boston. New 24-hour snow total, so it's the ninth snowiest day on record, 16.7 inches. But their storm total is going to be bigger than that because we had an easy 2 hours plus snow after this total was captured. I think Boston's going to end up all over a foot. Now, we still have some snow over Boston.
Oh my god. See. Jesus. Probably need. I probably need to go right there for. But. Hmm.
Depend on snow to get through dry portions of the year during the summer. So those are two states that you don't want to be in snow deficit, and at least they got beneficial stuff.
I'm thinking of
Oh.
Arkansas has got to be some kind of record.
Yeah, that's a lot of snow. There's the numbers across
Probably
the
do.
Midwest and the Northeast, which were certainly more significant than what we saw across the
Mm.
Central Plains.
All right, now let's get down to our nation's capital, the city taking out after recording more than 6 inches of snow on Sunday. That's what we find
Jeez.
Fox News correspondent Alexandria Hawk joining us live. Alex, how's it going?
Snow, snow, snow. Mm.
The city, the region is just waking up, and yeah, as you mentioned, about half a foot of snow across most areas or in certain spots, but it's not the snow totals that's the big story here. It's kind of what's behind me. You know, what's it going to take to clear away these roads? We see it's a it's not a northeastern city. A lot of people think of it as that, but the infrastructure is just really not set up to handle snow with prolonged temperatures below freezing, and that's what we have for at least the next week. So we've seen these clouds go over and over, alternating between some more salt in the effort to try to break up, at least add a little corrosion to the clouding that's been taking place. But right now, it's almost like skimming the top layer off of frozen substance there. Local reports indicate that the closing of schools and federal offices today could extend through the week due to that freezing cycle. There's just so much buildup we have here. For those who attempted to travel by car yesterday, I mean, that was a hard go, and it's going to be so this morning. It's not advised. One man said he traveled down to D.C. from Pennsylvania prior to the storm, thinking that he'd be able to quickly get back.
I'm down here for a family function. Cousin's throwing a party, and I came down from Pennsylvania with my little rear-wheel drive sports car, and I thought the brake went a little higher than this, and I thought I might be able to escape, but looks like I'm bunkering down and riding it out.
Speaking of riding it out, there were some youngsters, maybe some people beyond youngsters, taking part in a tradition around here, which is sledding at the Capitol. That probably will continue today. As I mentioned, schools not happening. Only
ice is going to be locked in for days because of these bitter cold temperatures. Looking at
Oh, this sounds like I don't remember how much of this book I remember reading, but
with winter weather, but much of the
I
country
remember reading some of it.
Yeah, if you don't get out and remove the snow, it's not gonna go anywhere. And the cold
No,
air is
no.
something that you have to shelter yourself from.
Mm.
It is cold, it is windy, and we have another batch of Arctic air that's pushing in. Let me tell you, the overall weather pattern for our country through the first couple weeks of February, through Valentine's Day pretty much, it's cold. I mean, it's just one blob of cold air after another. So here's the latest on the watches, the advisories. Extreme cold warnings highlighted in pink. That's kind of the biggest ticket item that you need to know about. That's where you have to limit your time outside. Makes sense. I mean, Duluth, it feels like negative 37 degrees right now, so you just can't deal with that type of cold air. But here's what their afternoon highs. And we don't even get above freezing for Middle Tennessee or Arkansas today, let alone for folks who live up north. 15 is the high for Buffalo, 3 is low. And we're going to stay below freezing for the 95 quarter. So again, it goes back to the importance of removing all that snow in these locations. Tomorrow morning it's brutal. We have temperatures that are getting sub-zero, and the whole upper level weather pattern continues to reestablish that we're going to have cold air in place. So here's what those temperatures, 20 to 30 degrees below average for this time of year. This is the forecast into February, very likely below average. So not even going for, okay, it's going to be chilly. No, it's going to be down like brutally cold. And through February 8th, we have very likely below average temperatures for the East Coast.
You know, Tennessee's a state that's hit hard in terms of power outages.
Yeah, so for Nashville, you know, we're going to stay below freezing for time, especially for overnight lows. Baltimore, your average overnight low is 25 degrees. We stay pretty much in the single digits through Saturday. I would argue that 10 and 12 degrees not much of an improvement. I mean, it stays brutally cold through the whole week. So get out there and do what you can to remove everything. Take it slow out there. Here's a look at Minneapolis. We're looking at forecast lows in the negative for 4 days in a row for this week. And then New York City, more of the same, brutally cold overnights in, you know, the next 5-day stretch. So take care of each other, check on your neighbors. It's kind of been a lot to get through this weekend, but the cold air is not a minimal thing. It is going to lower these temperatures. That's a lot of cold air that we got to deal with.
No doubt about it. We will have an ongoing weather story to tell in the coming days. We've had 5 fatalities from this storm across several states. 16 states have gotten within a foot of snow from the powerful winter storm. Now the big concern is days and days of bitter cold. It is a huge concern for all those folks, probably more than 1 million Americans who lost power. Right back.
As much as we appreciate what our mechanics can do, who they are, no one looks forward to seeing you inside an auto shop. Because if you're here, the car is too. And that means something's wrong. And likely it means an expensive repair bill. That is, unless you call CarShield. When you call CarShield before your car breaks down, they have plans that cover up to 5,000 parts and systems of your car. Don't wait. Call CarShield today before it's too late.
Call 800-369-9526.
Pain is all you. Stoner. What's up, Stoner? A lot of drama, yeah. Craziness.
At Oak Street Health, we're changing what it means to get older by focusing on keeping you healthy.
I just made this appointment yesterday. That's what I'm thinking.
Here, every member of your team works together to manage all your healthcare.
Well, I'll put the ultimate agent and aim to be.
We specialize in caring for older adults like you. So call Oak Street Health today.
Hello, America. I'm hosting my first ever dance
look like out there, Mom? I'm gonna see what it looks like now. Ain't that bad out there. Okay, we shut the door. And lock it.
Welcome back to our extended coverage of this powerful winter storm across Fox News, Fox Business.
Did you lock that door back?
Yeah, why?
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to sleep in these early morning hours. As long as there's active weather, we are here to get you through it. By the way, we're going to pass the baton at 6 a.m. to our next group. That's going to be Stephen Morgan, Marissa Torres, and Craig Herrera. So our continuous coverage continues. Let's dive right into it because we have more winter weather on the way, specifically for the cold air.
Taking outside of Boston, we've got more than 16 inches of snow right now at Boston Logan International Airport. That is now the 9th snowiest day on record, a city that is known for its winter storms.
Yeah, and that total is for a 24-hour period, but we had a couple more hours of snow after that was taken. So their storm total is going to be over a foot and a half. This is a look at Westminster, Mass, and we've seen improvements on this camera. I mean, I can at least see it. You don't see the ground, you can see the light off in the distance, but yes, it is still snowing in Massachusetts.
Something we will be following in the hours ahead.
Yeah, so we take a wide look at the Northeast. The storm itself is actually moving and grooving. It's booking it out towards the North Atlantic, which is very typical of these coastal storms. They get a taste of that jet and they just, take that exit route pretty quickly. We do have snow on the backside of this. Currently, the snow in Maine is still associated with the storm itself. And then you can see the snow moving into upstate New York, that cold air kind of extending over Lake Ontario. So we're going to get some lake effect snow out of this as well. As we take a look at the conditions outside of the Northeast to really highlight what's happening with the winds, we have winds gusting at 28 miles per hour in Boston, but across the Cape,
Ooh, it just got even juicier.
focus on. So all of this is coming in off of the water. That air,
Coffee and showers.
water temperatures,
Hey,
they're sitting in the upper
go
30s,
celebrate.
40s, depending on what buoy you're looking
You
at.
deserve it.
So there's this
You
big
worked for
temperature
it.
difference between the Arctic air and the ocean water. So quite literally, the snow that we're picking up on right now across coastal areas of Massachusetts, that's an ocean effect snow. I mean, you hear so often about lake effect snow, but the same process works off the ocean.
Buffalo, New York, big effect snows. And then you've got on the Massachusetts coast, ocean effect snow.
Yeah, believe it or not, we actually had river effect snow. Yeah, we had snow being developed off of the Mississippi River because of how cool that Arctic air is. So it's really interesting to see these little features pop up on the radar. That's also the reason why it almost looks like popcorn, Mike, is because it's very cold Arctic air. It is surging that warm moist air from the ocean up into the atmosphere and creating more of like a convective type of snow. So a little burst of snow possible there. Looking at the flight delays, I mean, obviously it's going to be a struggle today. We barely got any flights out yesterday. And because it was so significant and so widespread, pretty much every airport in America had a disruption that was somehow tied to this storm, whether or not they actually saw weather from the storm.
Because the planes don't get in or out of these northeastern airports, then you've got big problems in other airports as well.
There's no snow, it's just strictly ice, and a lot of the dorms, like, there's maybe one or two dorms that I know that have power, everything else is like pitch black, and the power, like, they have generators, but none of the outlets work, so like, you can't charge your phone, you can't use the microwave.
That was our colleague Bob Angelo's daughter in Mississippi. The storm brought a mixed bag of weather across the country. Ice was a big threat. Several cities across Mississippi saw more than an inch of ice. Why do we see so much ice with this particular storm?
And this is a part of the forecast that you almost wish it didn't verify, but it did. We were calling for an inch of ice, if not more, and as it
So definitely need a thaw in terms of healing to begin in a lot of these communities across the South and beyond.
Yes, and looking at Mississippi in particular, I mean, we have multiple counties where we have 95% of the county without power. So, you go through 24 hours of Arctic air with power loss, you can kind of get through it. You start getting into day two, day three, people get desperate. And we've seen this play out before. It's not the first time we've had a crippling ice storm, but there's going to have to be some sort of response here to get people into the same situation because it's just too cold for too long. And we really got to get that power
Hi,
back. And it's not
Oscar. Oh, man.
a location where you do have power.
It is a book. It's just dang all these ads. I hate ads. And I got the news on too.
Parts of Middle Tennessee leaving neighborhoods like
Tennessee.
Dawson without
Dang,
power.
Nashville got
National
hit
Security Service
bad.
implemented entire tree snap while reporting in the town. And
I
wow, this
think
was
when
on
it
TV. But to your point about
I think when it hit, when it started hitting, coming up north, I think it just
there it played out in front of the TV camera.
uh,
Yeah, this
didn't
has
get as
all
bad
been
as
into
it's
Arkansas,
worse
Missouri,
down
Oklahoma,
Memphis.
Texas. Looking at the whole
It's
Appalachian
worse in
storm,
Tennessee
the
and
plains and the southeast
west,
got
down
hit far too
southwest,
much, which
like
resulted in very
Mississippi
low
and
forecasts.
Louisiana
We
and Texas and them. They said there's like 821,000 people
across the south and a
with
lot
no
of ways
power.
to really build up
That's a million. That's a
states
half
like
a million.
Texas. We
That's
got
a half a million
sleet in southern
people with no
Tennessee.
power.
Sleet totals are 4 to 5 inches of sleet, which is a
It's
huge amount.
crazy, man.
Snow melt just to the north of that, so the I-40 corridor, more focused on snow. We saw it from the
Thing is,
panhandle. I mean, right
some
there in
parts of
Lubbock, Texas, you
Mississippi
guys
got
saw the
just
damage
ice.
to
They didn't get
Texas.
nothing but
This isn't
ice.
too much of a shocker.
Now
We
that's
only end
really
up getting
bad.
snow, but
When you
still
just
some
get,
hefty
you
numbers.
got they got the big ice storm. I remember in 1995 we got that
So far, let's hope
here,
that continues.
and we had
Lives
no
down
power
south
for
of
2 weeks.
So I believe I checked in with my family around the Austin area. They still
That's
have
the first.
power,
That's the
and it
last
is the
when
crucial
we
snow
had that
there. And if you can keep power in place, you're going to be doing a lot better.
here.
Looking
But
at the snow totals across Oklahoma, we got 10 to 12 inches top snow total. Pretty close to the Tulsa area, they picked up 14 inches of snow. So a really verified strong forecast coming into fruition here. Looking at the conditions across Arkansas, also picking up about a foot of snow across Arkansas. We saw that from Kansas, about 8 to 9 inches of snow from Kansas, where Manhattan picked up 9 inches of snow-ish. 8.8, close enough, we'll give it to you. East Texas, this is where we transferred to the freezing rain and the ice became a problem. East Texas is really the beginning of that footprint.
And in Texas, we have those elevated roadways, and so they freeze first. And with ice on them, that just makes for a really dangerous, treacherous situation.
That's gonna be something for this morning's commute to look out for. You think about a metropolitan area like Houston. Those flyovers, they just close them down. So you do have to find an alternate route. You gotta learn how to get to your place of business with ground streets instead of using those flyovers. Speaking of more ice, Louisiana, some big time holes here coming in between 3/4 and an inch of ice accretion. The power numbers, they are a struggle in East Texas, Shelby County, Setauket County without power. So that's really where we're seeing the issues. Houston, Dallas, Austin.
winter protection. It's total peace of mind. If you're living with severe alopecia areata, it's time to grow out loud with Lentula from Pfizer for people ages 12 and up. Lentula can make it harder to fight infections, some serious like tuberculosis, and increase the chance of cancers, including lymphoma, lung, or skin. People 50 plus with risk for heart disease have a greater chance of heart attack, stroke, or death. Blood clots or allergic reactions can happen. Stop taking if allergic to Lentula. Tell your doctor if you've had any of these problems before starting treatment. Ask your dermatologist about Pfizer's Lentula today.
I've been playing this play for probably about 5 or 6 years. This play is a mobile app where you can gain points from downloading different games and cash them in for gift cards, and you can have money sent to your PayPal if you want to. Winning this these days has meant the world to me. I live in very rural America, and people here don't win sweepstakes as a kid from coming knocking on the door, but this play just came and knocked on mine.
Welcome to our special coverage on Fox Business and Fox Weather. Our team's been tracking a dangerous winterstorm for days, and we've been on air all night across our networks. The massive storm made its final push overnight as it moved through New England. Conditions in Boston deteriorated late yesterday as snowfall rates picked up. Boston got more than 16 inches of snow, making it for its ninth snowiest day on record. I am Fox News' Mike Manuel. I am joined by my co-host Rick Irwin here in studio and Melanie Black in Boston.
Melanie, we want to start this hour with you. You are one of the newest members to our Fox Weather team, and you just joined us from Boston. I remember when I met you, Melanie, you said, I moved to Boston because I wanted to see snow. Turns out you didn't see the snow in Boston until you moved to New York. Go figure.
That's exactly it. Yeah, the past few winters have been pretty much good in terms of snow, but wow, did this storm deliver just as predicted? So as you mentioned, the ninth snowiest day on record here in Boston. And as of this morning, things have lightened up compared to yesterday. Yesterday we had some pretty strong forcing that was in place, so it allowed some of these snow rates to be anywhere from 1 to 3 inches per hour. Meanwhile, we had some pretty gusty conditions as the wind was picking up, so that really led to reduced visibility as well as blowing snow. We even
Oh my
had
goodness.
some reports from Pennsylvania
Ugh.
that it looked like with we're monitoring closely Nantucket and Chatham, those airports there, that they didn't officially meet the criteria for a blizzard, but that just
Oh
means that some of those
gosh.
conditions that we were
I'm
seeing
sorry.
there certainly
What
won't
did I
hold
miss?
today. It is cold out here as crews continue their
Mm.
cleanup process. I will say, living in Boston, anytime we see the
Oh
snow,
gosh.
the snowplows and the crews that are out clearing the sidewalks, they are very efficient at cleaning up everything. I even spent last night in the sound of snowplows, and that's what I will be
Hey, we
doing
don't
again today. So you can
have,
walk through the streets or
well,
sidewalks
we have
without much
alligators.
concern, but
But
there will
hell,
still
you
be
gotta be
snow
near the
on the
beach to
streets. So
have
be careful
alligators.
on the streets if it's
Dang
raining
it.
or allowing the snowplows to do their work. So going forward, yes, it's going to stay cold, but we're in this period where
Real
people are
life
starting
goes
to
not around
look
me. I would
closer at
probably
some
run the.
outdoors. So as the snow
You
starts to
know,
peel away, what happens is
raccoons is
it's
ones you have to
more
worry about.
difficult, easier,
You know,
easier to
actually,
get conditions
possums
for
are
them
not the
to
ones you
hold
have to
there
worry
over the
about.
relatively mild ocean water. So this allows us to
Really.
continue to pick up on some snow. This actually
They're not as mean as people think they are. Possums aren't. Now raccoons. You mean Canada don't have raccoons and possums? I didn't know that. What other animals y'all don't have? We have. I didn't know that. But yeah, possums. Everybody put them out, think of them as actually mean animals. They actually aren't that mean. And you know what? Possums don't carry rabies. If anybody tells you different, that's not true. They do not carry rabies because their immune system is so low they can't. They could. Look it up. It's actually facts. It's actually true.
Yeah, thankfully we got time to look at the trends on that potential storm. 16.7 inches,
You
nothing
never
bad
seen them
for
over there.
Old Melanie.
Oh, they're pretty. They're pretty common here.
7 a.m. Do you think we surpass 19 inches?
Especially possums. Well, raccoons. I mean, I've seen more raccoons than I've seen possums, unless they're on the road, dead. Because they like to play possum, like play dead, and then they end up getting run over. But now I've seen more raccoons than anything here.
Great job. Thanks very much.
Which, of course, I live out in the woods. I live in the country, so I see more. You see, actually,
Responders urging folks to stay off the
uh,
roads.
back well back summer before last,
Fox Weather correspondent Katie Byrne is in DC with the latest.
we had a black bear in our
Looks like you
um,
guys are mobile.
neighborhood.
What you doing?
Yeah, that's that's not very common. That's not unusual if you live in the mountains. I don't live in the mountains of North Carolina, so but having one down in this area, that's pretty unusual. But yeah, it was somebody had taken a picture of it, and it was like in on our road. It was actually in our neighborhood where it was at. Yeah, I'm kind of getting I'm getting sleepy. It's like 5:07, and I've been up since almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, here in the South, we're not really um getting that. Don't get that much snow, and if we do, it's like we get the ice with it. So wow. Nah, I'm good, dude. I'm not the devil. People like you come in here saying that you're the devil. People like you coming in here saying that you're the devil. You're the one that's the devil. If I mess up, if uh, well, at least they didn't come in here calling me a bitch. But I'll just tell them, I'm just that way when I just have people like you come and being negative in my chat love stream. That's the truth. The only I'll be one is if you're coming in here being negative and insulting me. I mean, that's pretty dumb and lame. When it's too damn early for this crap. Yeah, I'm number one. I tell them to. A lot of people's like, "What? You? Yeah, I can bring that side of me out. I've done it a few times on here, and a lot of people's like in shock, like, "Oh my gosh, she didn't just do that." Yeah, I can be nice, and then there's times I can be a big one. Don't start on me. But you have to push. There's so many buttons you could push that tick me off. I mean, I am a really laid back person, but there's so much I could take. I'm not going to sit here and let you just let anybody run me over like they try to and try to get away with it. Nope. You're not a bad person, Stone. You're actually one of the nicest one of the nicest people out there. Hey, I don't have a problem with you. Which I mean, you never gave me no problem of having no reason to. Not like you. Which I guess I'm about that with everybody, but unless you piss me off. I mean, there's some I just want to take and sometimes split up. Oh, yeah. I mean, I try to stay away from all that junk, but when they try to bring it into your own live streams, it's like, you know, leave that shit out the door. That's what I tell everybody. I said, leave all your drama, all your junk outside the door, and all your baggage outside the door. Come in, sit down, chit chat, say hi. If you don't want to stay, you don't have to stay. Just leave. That's all. And if you want to go start shit, take that shit, go on back out. Yeah. I know a lot of people are too. And then there might be some that has left, but you know what? I tell everybody I said, you can like me or not. I mean, I just don't want the drama in my live streams. If it don't have nothing to do with me, keep it out. Just keep it out of my live streams and keep my name out of it. Oh, hell, Jordan. How are you? I don't care about it. I mean, I get along with almost everybody, and I know everybody else don't get along with each other, but that's their problems, not mine. What? I can't read. It's- well, I don't live in Massachusetts, so I can't do nothing about it. Only the people that live in Massachusetts can do all that. Hey, only people that live in Massachusetts can do all that.
Sticking around. Focusing on the winds kind of outside of Boston, that is an element that you want to keep in mind because now we're on the backside of the storm. Not too shabby from Hartford, Connecticut into New York. We're sitting around 5 to 10 miles. So it's really these locations that are closer to the storm. Here's that position of the storm right now that are feeling the wind. So Rhode Island, coastal Massachusetts, and down East Maine. It is windy in these locations this morning.
We'll continue to track it in the hours ahead. We have team coverage of this massive storm that they consider
Oh goodness.
there are extreme cold warnings for
I am starting to get tired. I am starting to get sleepy though.
without power. The very latest when we come back.
You're standing up for our rating.
By sitting down.
Because we work hard, or relax hard. Be the lazy person back lazy.
My lazy boy furniture.
She taught you how to shave your legs, how to drive stick shift, and how to stand up for yourself. And now you're learning this next thing together. We get it. Find a caregiver who does too. When it's not you, it's care.com.
Here's a little rabbit about a man who asked his body over. Instead of using makeup, the rat took over the job. After he sweeping his own issues under the rug, he became a victim of his own smell. Man who gets to the bottom of the problem.
I think I'm gonna get off in here. I think I'm gonna get off here and come back later. Why? How could I stop somebody? I don't even know who that is. I'm not even from Massachusetts. I live in North Carolina. Now, if it had somebody to do with somebody in this state, I could do it, but there's nothing I could do if they're not in my state. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna get off here for a little bit. I'm gonna go lay back down first. A little bit. I don't. I mean, how can I stop somebody that's not even in the same state I'm in, or county, let alone state? I mean, there's only way one to do it. You go, you go file it. You go get rid of it. You go to the court. You go to the police. I don't know. I mean, if he's doing something bad, so bad that you want to get him lose his license, then you go take care of it. But I think I'm gonna head off here, Stoner. I'm gonna go lay back down for a little bit. Well, I'll probably lay here on the couch. Our big unit, uh, the fan outside is froze because it's so cold. Well, my father-in-law said it's not working. It's not. I don't think it's I don't think it's broke. I think it's just so frozen up from all the ice and snow and stuff that it froze it. So luckily, this one, our split unit, didn't get didn't. Luckily, it still works. So he tried to put an umbrella in front of the big unit and the thing so to help it work, keep it. But we should have done that long before. Now the umbrella's like sitting in on their back outside. It moved it, so I hope it don't blow it away. get blown away. But it's one of those big umbrellas you use on in a gazebo on a deck, like one of those deck tables. And he should have put it. What he should have put instead of just sitting it up like that. He should have put it in one of those things, and then making sure you had it was leaning real good on it. But I guess that probably wouldn't have helped them either. But unless he took unless he took rope and tied it down and but I don't know. But I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go lay back down for a itty bit and I will see everybody later. Take care, stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you in the next one. Good night. You too.